Years ago, I gave up my job as a kindergarten teacher in North Central Regina to start a nursery school for inner-city children. People whom I respected advised me against giving up the security of my paycheck and the promise of a decent pension down the road. I didn't do it lightly. I thought long and hard about it. After all, I was the lone parent of 3 young boys. I owed it to them to provide for them in the best way I could. But I wanted to teach my boys through my actions what I couldn't with words, that not everyone has what they need to get off to a good start in life. Things many of us take for granted, such as enough to eat, security, stability, and acceptance in the community, are not necessarily everyone's experience. I wanted my boys to know that while we can't change the world, we can change the little bit of it we inhabit. Today, my boys are grown men with families and careers of their own, but sadly, the conditions that gave rise to the Early Learning Centre are still there. Even in Canada, shocking as it may seem, some families do not have enough to eat or a safe place to live. Some are marginalized by poverty and racist attitudes. Many live from one crisis to another. Without the basic necessities to nurture our bodies and the equally necessary sense of belonging, it is difficult to have hope, and without hope, we cannot have a dream for the future. Many of the parents I talked to in 1977 were Aboriginal and suffered from the effects of residential schooling. They felt trapped in a vicious cycle of family breakdown, poverty, and alienation. Many were overwhelmed by the negative aspects of their lives. In many cases, their children were not doing well in school and dropped out even before they went to high school. Parents wanted something better for their children. I offered my services as a teacher, and together we designed a program that met the learning needs of the children and was culturally sensitive to the communities served. Then began what I like to call the spiral dance. We shared our knowledge, my teaching expertise, and the parents' knowledge of their children and their cultures. As we learned from each other, our knowledge deepened and our perspectives broadened. We developed new ways of being as we built a thoughtful, caring community. Buttressed by 2 principles of respect and mutuality, we formed solid relationships and grew the dream that became the Early Learning Centre. The centre's first home was a 2-bedroom house in North Central Regina. From the beginning, the program was designed to involve the entire family. The children attended the program 4 half-days a week, with the 5th day being reserved for home visits, program planning, and professional development. In an effort to reduce obstacles to attendance, transportation was provided. Nutrition was also part of the program, and the children received healthy snacks during the course of the half-day. Word spread through the inner city, and the centre was quickly recognized and accepted as a good place for young children. It had gained a reputation of being sensitive to the needs of low-income and Aboriginal families. It was also known as a place where active learning and play were anchored in respect and cultural sensitivity. Until then, no such place had existed in the city. The centre gave parents hope that their children would succeed in school and in life. From humble beginnings, the centre has grown and developed. In 1990, it moved to its present location at 2115 Athol Street. A capital campaign to purchase this building from its owners, the Sisters of Our Lady of the Missions, is currently being developed. There were 10 children in the original preschool, which now serves 96. Programs have also grown in scope. At the time of the Centre's 20th anniversary, I reflected upon our continuing dream for the future, that the Centre would also provide programs that would address the critical years of prenatal to age 3. This dream too has become a reality. While participating in a national demonstration project, the Parents as Teachers program was launched in 1999. This program provided the opportunity to work with families with children from prenatal to age 3. During regular home visits, families learn about their child's development and ways in which they can support that development. In 2001, when the province launched the Kids First program, the Centre became a Kids First home visiting agency. This program assists families in becoming the best parents they can be by providing support, enhancing knowledge, and building on family strengths. As the program grew, more space became a necessity. The Kids First satellite building at 3528 13th Avenue was acquired in 2005. Throughout this time, outreach programs for families have continued to evolve in response to their needs. Programs currently offered include family literacy, parenting, women's support group, and family violence education. There are many benefits to these programs. Parents acquire knowledge and skills and also form connections with other parents experiencing similar challenges. Teachers, associate teachers, home visitors, the cook, drivers, admin staff bring a wide range of skills to the programs and work hard to build respectful relationships with children and families. Each year, approximately 200 families participate in the Centre's programs. In the past 30 years, over 3,000 children have gone through the Centre's doors, better equipped to face the world. Some now work in government offices, are teachers and social workers. Some are still poor, but send their children to the Early Learning Centre, knowing it is a stepping stone in the long, hard road out of poverty. The Centre would not be flourishing today without the support of its community friends. This support takes many different shapes and occurs on many different levels. From yearly donations to sponsorship of special events, to serving on advisory committees and fundraising, the Centre's supporters have shared in its work from the very beginning. Thanks to this support and our continuing partnership with parents, the work of the Centre continues. And while it has changed and grown, it has remained true to its original values and beliefs, which are that all children have the right to grow and learn in a supportive environment sensitive to their needs, that parents are their child's first and most important teacher, that the community has a responsibility to support the healthy development of children and families, that learning occurs within the context of supportive relationships, that respect and mutuality characterize the relationships between staff, children, and families. In any worthwhile endeavor, circumstances change and new ideas develop, but the beliefs that anchor the Early Learning Centre securely in its work remain constant.